Welcome to the tournament tip-off. I'm Connor Ennis of the New York Times, here with Pete Thamel, college sports reporter of the New York Times. Well, the field of 65 is set. Everybody's getting ready to fill out their bracket. This year, it's certainly the top four seeds are North Carolina, Louisville, Pitt, UConn. It seems like it's kind of a top-heavy year.
Sure. The first thing about this bracket, Connor, I want to get across is that it is not a very good bracket. College basketball is down this year, and there are some games like Maryland-Cal that are just two bad teams playing each other. So with that said, there are a few great teams, and I feel like those few great teams are going to advance far.
The conferences, the Big East got 7 teams in, the ACC got 7 teams in, and the Big Ten got 7 teams in. I mean, what do you think of the Big Ten?
I think the Big Ten redefined mediocrity in college basketball this season, and their comeuppance will come in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I have 4 Big Ten teams losing in the first round: Ohio State, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois, whose star guard Chester Frazier is injured. They play a tough and underrated Western Kentucky team that actually beat Louisville earlier in the year, and I think the Illini will go down in round 1.
One of the fun things about the tournament is figuring out who the sleepers are going to be, who's going to be Davidson this year, who's going to be George Mason. Are there some of those teams out there lurking?
Certainly there are some March darlings. The first one I like is Siena. They're a 9 seed. They play Ohio State in Dayton. In the West, I like Marquette a lot. A lot of people pick against Marquette, against a tough Utah State team, because of the injury to point guard Dominique James. But I feel like Marquette played well down the stretch without James against tough Big East competition, and they can make a run to the Sweet 16. In the East, I really like VCU. They have a 6'10" sophomore center named Larry Sanders to go along with star guard Eric Maynor. Sanders is an NBA caliber guy, and he should help them stay competitive and hold down the fort defensively against UCLA in the first round. And again, I like Western Kentucky. Who doesn't like Big Red? He's a lovable mascot.
You probably don't like Big Red all the way to the Final Four, I would imagine. Who do you think is going to go all the way to Detroit?
Yeah, Big Red won't quite make it. Not by my choice.
Yeah.
You know, my Final
Stamina,
Four.
probably.
Yeah, he is big. Yeah. I like Louisville to make the Final Four and eventually go on and win the national title. I think the cards showed in the Big East tournament down the street here. They have a lot of pieces and depth, and I think joining them in the Final Four will be Connecticut, Villanova, and North Carolina, and I'm hoping for that North Carolina-Oklahoma game to be in the regional final, because it would be Blake Griffin versus Tyler Hansbrough, which would be an epic battle.
Well, we shall certainly see over the next few weeks, and you can always check back with the Times' quad blog throughout the rest of the week and throughout the rest of the tournament for updates. And be sure to sign up for the Times' interactive bracket challenge as well.
Big Red did.
That's right.